Walter Ego at the movies, he knows a thing or two. Walter Ego at the movies, he's coming right at you.
Plot, 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 plot. That's one of the two things Hollywood resorts to when they don't trust their film's characters. The other thing they resort to is blam, bam, boom, kablooey. Sometimes, usually around the second week of July, we get a double shot of plot, plot, bam, kablooey, plot, boom, bam, kablooey. They call those films tentpoles. State of Play, starring Russell Crowe and Anne Hathaway, does it largely in the plot, 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 plot department. It is an extremely well-acted but ultimately unsatisfying political thriller that confuses characterization, the kind of car Russell Crowe's disheveled reporter drives, for example, with character. As in, why did he reject the advances of Robin Wright Penn's character back in college, when he has apparently loved her all along? I mean, that's something I want to know. This is Robin Wright Penn we're talking about here, and 20 years younger to boot. Not shedding light on this kind of choice is indicative of how this potentially great film skids off the rails. Just about every chance that State of Play has to expand the depth of its characters is traded for another convoluted plot point. What State of Play wants to be is a crackling thriller and a love letter to American newspapers. It succeeds much better as an ode to a free written press. By the time State of Play bobs and weaves its way to its rather formulaic conclusion, we can almost see the puppet strings attached to these characters. The most original and organic thing about the film is the set design. And guess what? Having that as your most expressive element is usually not a good prescription for a winning film. The shame of it all is how a truly great cast is wasted. The performances are superb across the board. Ben Affleck gives one of his better performances as an idealistic congressman who might have had an affair with an assistant who turns up dead on the DC subway. Jeff Daniels is more than believable as an arrogant, compromised party elder. And gee, we never see any of those in real life, do we? Hathaway as a naive Generation Y blogger is fine. However, it's Helen Mirren as a newspaper publisher trying to keep it all together, and Crowe as the besotted old Prover reporter that steal the show. But even actors as accomplished as Mirren and Crowe can't make their characters real if the film's primary concern is the next plot point. There's even a chance encounter between Hathaway's blogger and a mysterious assassin in a hospital elevator. Gee, who came up with that original twist? It's bits like this that ultimately sink the film. In the end, State of Play flirts with greatness, but redeemed only by its wonderful ensemble cast, settles for being merely okay. Walter Ego says, call time out on this State of Play and wait for it to come out on DVD.
Walter Ego at the movies, he knows a thing or two. Walter Ego at the movies, he's coming right at you.